Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scorpio here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Tarot Scopes. We're going to do Tarot Scopes for the sign of Scorpio for the month of April 2022. That is Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. And of course, Scorpio is a sign associated with transformation. Your ruling planet is Jupiter and Mars. You're co-ruled by two planets. Right now we have Pluto in Capricorn. Of course, been there since 2008. So there's been a lot of transformation of structures, not only in your life, Scorpio, but in all of our lives. We also have Mars right now in Aquarius. Mars starts the month in Aquarius. It is coming into this month with a conjunction to Saturn? Right at the beginning of the month. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it's going to really. This is the time when everything really shifts. Let's take a look and see what's ahead for you. Let me select a deck here. One second, let me see. Oh, here's my picture. I forgot. This is my inspiration for Aquarius. This was the energy I felt. I felt Aquarius, sorry, with Scorpio. Scorpio is very deep. And it's a deep energy. It's a really introspective. It's getting down to the bottom line. It's mucking through, moving through the muck to find the precious, thing. And the precious thing ends up being our own soul. And so when we look into the deep waters of Scorpio, what we see back is our own soul. And it is in Scorpio that we surrender to that and realize that the experience that we have had up to this point is limited, certainly by the ego. And what Scorpio requires us to do is open up to the soul. And so it's in a way, it's an open door to even a vaster, greater, and deeper knowledge of ourselves and our situation. So it's an important energy. And of course, the South Node is in Scorpio right now. And so the South Node is both things that we understand and know, and wisdom to a certain extent that we can bring forward to help that North Node in Taurus create the stability that we need, the understanding of what it means to both commit yourself to somebody. Scorpio is a relational energy. That's why I have two crows there, because Scorpio is more about your relation to the other, but in a very deep way, in a way where you open your heart and you open yourself up to the fact that you can get your heart broken. That's really what Scorpio, is. It's an opening up. It's an opening up through release. So we're all sort of in that place anyway. So let's take a look at, let me just grab a deck of cards here. Nope, not those. I just had them. Oh, there they are. Okay. I usually do like a really esoteric, little dark deck first for Scorpio. But Scorpio this month wanted the Druid Craft Tarot. The Druid Craft Tarot, which, has its own depth. But it is a little more life-affirming than some of the other decks. So we're all for the life-affirming. All right, let's see what's up for you. Scorpio Rising, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon in April 2022. Of course, the eclipses now are in the Scorpio Taurus axis, so every Scorpio is getting activated one way or another. Okay. Okay, let's see what's up. We have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands. Two of Wands is in a lot of in the way the cards speak to me is a gateway. It's an opportunity. Two is always about choices. It's about decisions. This guy is standing in what seems like maybe a doorway, reminding us of our duality, reminding us that there are two sides to everything. But you are at a place where you are at it's not so much as a crossroads, because I think the choice has been made already, and now it's a matter of just stepping forward into the future. So the choice has been made, and it's time to step into the future. And this is Wand, so it is about what we believe. It's about our connection to our passion. When we connect to our passion, we connect to our spirit. And so this is us walking through a door after a decision has been made, connected to spirit. What is challenging that? The Five of Cups, sorrow. So there's a lot of letting go that has to happen. There's a lot of letting go that is happening, right? We have this person crying over these cups of wine or milk or whatever, looking at the things he's lost, but behind him lies two cups. You know, it's interesting because two is always sort of like the idea of like the decision has been made, new beginnings, moving forward. And so the challenge is just to feel the feelings. You know, with the South Node being in Scorpio, it's almost like all of this stuff, that the sorrow and the trauma and the pain and the suffering has to sort of move out of the need for that, right? The need to suffer and all of that moves out, but it moves past you, Scorpio, and it can move through you. So you're actually processing a lot of things. So take it easy on yourself. Don't push yourself. It's true of all the water. It's true of all the signs, but especially the water signs, because when there's this much sorrow and grief, I mean, it happens with George Floyd. There was a catharsis of grief, and we've been having these catharsis of grief for a while now, and now it's especially intense because the South Node is kind of in the sign of the catharsis. So let's take a look at what this is underneath. So this is about abandoning that which no longer serves, or abandoning that which no longer fulfills. So it is a letting go of those things that no longer feel, it's like, why am I doing this, right? I keep doing this, I do it maybe out of obligation, I do it out of habit, I do it because that's what I thought I was supposed to do. And you're like, you know what, it's like filling a cup that has a crack in it. You keep filling it and filling it and filling it, and it keeps draining out, and then you realize, wait a minute, am I wasting my time on this cup? And so you turn your back on that cup and you move on to something where you feel it's going to fulfill your soul. So there are things that you're letting go of, ways of being, perhaps ways of being codependent. That can be a Scorpio thing, where you're releasing that and saying, no, I'm going to move on to something that's much more spiritually in alliance with my understanding of myself. And so now you're standing in that doorway. Let's see what's in the past. Yeah, you're done with the past. The past is done. You're like, that part of my life is done. That part. So you have cut bait, as they say. Or that expression, poop or get off the pot. You pooped and you got off the pot. Like, this is it. And I bring up poop because Scorpio rules poop. Okay, in the sky we have the King of Swords. This is a decision that was made with great thought and great courage, but fairness. There's fairness here. So you will be judged fairly. If you're worried about that, you will be judged fairly if there's a situation like that. In the immediate future, we have the Two of Cups. This is relationship. So perhaps you just ended a relationship. Perhaps you ended something that was not good for you, that was just bringing you pain. But it still hurts to let go of that. So, give yourself the space for that. But what's coming up are new relationships. And these relationships are much more based on equality. These people stand toe to toe. They're about the same height. They have their own cups, yet they share with each other. So it's not about sharing one cup, but having a cup and being willing to share it with another, and having that other person be willing to share their cup with you. We have to fill ourselves up first before we can offer a cup to anybody else. We need to drink first. Like when you're in the airplane, you have to breathe, put your thing on first before you can help anybody, right? So how it's seen from the outside, a total transformation. You have gone through a total transformation. You had the Ten of Swords in the past. People see you as the Death card. The Death card is the card of transformation. Not only are you transforming and changing, letting go of old ways of being that no longer serve you, but you are an agent for change for other people as well. You know? Domestic situation. Yeah, somebody was not playing fair in your domestic situation. So feel vindicated, or know that you were right to do what you did. You may have some sorrow about it. And although I think for Scorpio, you pretty much, once the decision is made, it's made. So it's not like you're agonizing over the decision that was made. But maybe a realization of just how bad it was. Hopes and fears, anxiety. I don't think anybody ever hopes for that. So we'll call that a fear. And that could be the anxiety that's all over the world. I mean, you are a water sign. As I said, the water signs get the anxiety through their emotional body. They feel it in their body. Do you have aches and pains? Is there inflammation in your body? Like, what's going on, right? What's going on? It'll give us an idea. How come we have the Prince of Cups? This is messages, nice messages. The Prince of Cups can sometimes be considered unreliable, but in this card reading for Scorpio, I feel like the Prince of Cups is almost like a breath of fresh air, because there's so much intensity, and then somebody offers you this cup, this cool drink when you need it the most. And we have strength as the card to pull for a major arcana. We've pulled it in one card. So you have the strength. This is also, the strength card is also about the rising of the Kundalini and the spirit and the spiritualizing. So you're going through so whatever you had to let go of, whatever is ended, whatever is done with, it has really brought you to another level, and you don't have to do that anymore. That's the one thing about Scorpio. It's about letting go. You don't have to go back to it. You've let it go. Let's see what's underneath. We have the Five of Pentacles, which of course is a card of, anxiety around money and such. Scorpio's like security. Scorpio's like other people's money. When other people don't have money, Scorpios aren't too happy. We have the Queen of Swords, which is good judgment. And we have the Nine of Wands. So you're ready. You're ready for the fight if you have to. This is boundary card. This is saying have healthy boundaries. But of course, have healthy boundaries. For those of you who are too closed down, put a little space so you can let the good in as well. And for those of you who aren't closed down enough, it's time to put up your stanchions or whatever those things are called, to protect yourself. So you have the right to protect yourself. But wow, this is a pretty intense reading, Scorpio. You really have been through it, and you are really coming out the other side of this. So that's really good news, I think. All right, let's do I know what I'm going to do. We're going to do oracle card, but these are a little different. These are like, I don't know. These are like, I don't know what kind of cards. I wouldn't know how to describe these. We'll call them an oracle card. Messages of Light, I think they're called. I got them many years ago, and it's interesting because I'll show you the cards in a second. Like, they're like this, like big cards like this. So kind of, you can still shuffle them though, so it's pretty cool. All right, so let's see what is the message of light for Scorpio. I think that's perfect. A message of light for Scorpio. Let me give it a good shuffle. We want to make sure we're thorough, right, Scorpio? Oops. Right. There we go. Oops. These are a little cumbersome. Remain in the light. No matter what happens, I remain in the light, without becoming discouraged or angry. I observe, I take time to think calmly and wisely, and I go forward with complete confidence, knowing that I will succeed through constantly nurturing my soul. Absolutely. I become strong and a solid being of the light. Look at that. That guy on the horse. Yep. Remain in the light. Remain in the light. If you are Scorpio, you know what it feels like to be in the dark. And you know what it feels like to be in the light. And let me tell you, I believe the light is better. Okay, guys, have yourself a great month. Like and subscribe. If you would like a reading with me, there's a link below for my website. I do astrology, Kabbalah, numerology, combination reading. I can also do separate astrology if that's all you're interested in. I like the combination of things because it brings in a more depth and different levels. It's like do you want to make a meal with just one ingredient or like 3 or 4 delicious ingredients? So it has its own flavor, and it's a lot of fun for me, and people seem to really like it. So if you'd like to do that, I am having 2 Kabbalah classes coming up. I believe they're starting in May. I will get that information out to you. You can always check my events page for that kind of stuff, and I'll try to remember to make announcements on YouTube for those of you who follow that. And that's it. Okay, guys. Check out the Astrology and Kabbalah of April. Check out my high tea with Denise. We did one a couple of days ago. It's still March as I do this, but a couple of days ago we did it. And I think it's a really good one. It's about connecting with your angels. So who couldn't use that, right? All right, guys, take care. Much love. Namaste. I do honor you all. Thank you for all your hard work and your willingness to be the Scorpios in this incarnation. Thank you. Thank you. Take care.